Okay. Welcome, everyone. I'm Matt Gaff, your resident head tech nerd and everything else. Go IT. Tonight, we're going to introduce a 5-week online personal and online group study. It's called Manly Man's Guide to God, Family, and More. It's going to be held here at Stones Hill at the Rock Solid Room at 5 p.m. We also are going to be streaming that on the Facebook Fight Club United page. So that's the only location you can get it for the streaming. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes of everything, because that's what us guys like to do. Let's introduce the leaders for the group. First of all, we've got Adam Tomlinson, we've got Tom Leach, Craig Leach, and then John Wygant, who isn't here tonight. So let's go ahead, let's talk about the class. So Craig, let's start with you.
All right.
What's your title, and what kind of led you to that particular class?
Well, the topic I picked that just really stuck out to me was called Fear Not. I know a lot of us, especially with the pandemic and stuff going on, we fear a lot of things instead of allowing God to work through us. So that's why I really chose that topic.
Okay. Anything else you looking forward to this class? And
I'm looking forward just to people growing with God through the different leaders that's leading us.
okay. All right. Awesome. Let's move over to Adam Tomlinson, and let's talk a little bit about your class, shall we?
Yeah, I can talk about mine, and I'll talk about John. Sorry, I got to get this. I don't like these stands. I'll talk about John's class as well. I can start with mine. I'm going to do role models, and I'm going to do mine the first week. And I chose role models because I think we need more men role models in our everyday life. We need role models as other men, and we need to be role models in our families and the people that surround us, is why I chose role models. They're all kind of part of the YouVersion app, and you can follow along and do the devotional. I think everybody's devotional is a 5-day devotional.
That's correct.
If I'm right, Matt.
Yeah, I was going. You beat me to it. I was going to talk about that at the end.
Yeah, that's all right. So what we're doing with that is you'll just join that devotional. You'll do your 5 days we'll start them on Wednesday is when they'll actually start, because we're meeting on Tuesday to talk about that. I know I'm covering some stuff for you, but
it's all right.
I just thought I would. Anyways, but the role models is going to just start us off, and I'm going to go first next week. And I really just want men to think about how we're interacting with our families, our friends, the people that we work with, the people around us that might just see us one time. You leave a lot by your first impression. I just was recently reading a thing. You can kind of tell somebody's work ethic by if they return the shopping cart to the shopping cart holders. I don't know if anybody else saw that or not, but I thought that's kind of true. Like, if you're willing to just walk the extra 10 steps to put that shopping cart back instead of leaving it set by your car so somebody runs into it, like, that tells a lot about you. And I think that tells a lot about us in general, to what we're willing to do, disciplines we're willing to have in our life, things like that. So that's why I chose role models. I don't know why John chose what he chose. I'm going to talk about his, so I can't answer that for you. I have an idea, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to put words in his mouth. He chose focus will be his topic, and he's going to be the third week. Craig will be the second week, by the way, in case you're wondering about this. So each week we'll just have a different topic and a different leader just to discuss things that we're going through. And please, when we do the live sessions, if you're not here at the church, which you don't have to come, you can do it live, type on there, ask questions about what's going on. I mean, this is just for men, and it's a private group, so it's not like there's tons of people coming and seeing what's going on that app. So there's only a handful of us that are going to see it, and all of us understand the same things you're going through. So that's kind of mine.
Okay, awesome. Let's move to Tom now. Why don't you, same question, same series of questions for you.
Yeah, it's I chose one from Uncommon. It's called Roar. And the premise is just our past, our present, and our purpose. We all have a purpose here on this earth. And in Christ, we're set free from the bondages of our past is the outline of Roar. And in the study, it talks about how we are created for more than the world often lets on. And so we are to be like lions, and we're ready to pounce. We're ready to fight and attack wherever needed. We need to stand firm in our faith. And actually, as a church, we're getting ready in the fall of 2020 into the spring. We're going to be talking a lot about worldview. And I tell you what.
You're off a year, Tom. We're 2021 now, man.
Well, yeah. Sorry. The fall of 2021. Yeah, we'll be talking about worldview. Man, it's been that hard of a year. So that's, but the reality is, if our worldview is not right, then we're going to be missing the boat. And as it comes with raising children and raising the next generation, and that's one of the focuses we're even putting on in this worldview aspect is, as parents, we need to not only focus as parents, but as grandparents even. So we all have a role to play in shaping the future's worldview, and we need to do a better job, because I just was reading an article earlier today, and I kind of printed it off, but it's like 2 pages long, so I'm not going to read it. But the article is just talking about how things have slipped into our culture. The premise of the article was talking about gender and how masculinity is under attack. We can't even look at biblical masculinity as a source and a standard anymore. So we need to be like lions. We need to be ready to attack. And we also need to recognize that we do have an enemy in this world who is also ready to attack. So we need to be ready, and we need to be focused as Christian leaders. We need to step up, and we need to stand firm in God's word, because honestly, we're missing the boat if not.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm teaching the last week 5. Mine's going to be over leadership. I think that it's an important topic, mainly because as men, we're the leaders of our household. And so we need to look at some techniques and some ways that we can lead effectively, not only in our family life, but in work and in church and in other ways. So I think that's something that a lot of times people forget, that it does take some training to be a leader. You just can't step into that. I mean, you can try it, and it normally fails. You need to have that encouragement and some of that coaching in order to do that. So that's what mine's over. So I think what we're going to do, just so we can get you a little bit of hint of what's coming up after this 5-week course. Now we got some leadership here, so let's talk a little bit about Fight Club, because I'm ready for it. I don't know about you guys, but I have been dying for this. And I know the chats have all been asking for this. So Adam?
Yeah.
Tell us.
So we are going to kick off on May 14th. That's a Friday. Be 11:59 p.m. We're going to be right over here at Stone's Trace again, so everything will be outside. And we chose to do this over the summer for those reasons. That way we couldn't get limited by indoor facilities, essentially.
Yeah.
Because we are still under the pandemic, and we understand that, but we needed to come up with a place. And so everything that we start with in mid-chapter graduation will all be at Stone's Trace. But 11:59, May 14th, we're going to kick off. It's going to be all in. I'll give you a little teaser. We're going to read the book Point Man. So again, it's designed for men to reach men, and we just need men to step up and lead their families, and hopefully the all in and the book we're going to read on May 14th, start on May 14th, will help in those categories. We got a lot of fun stuff planned. It is outside. It is the middle of the night. We understand that. But there also is no excuses then it's the middle of the night. So if you're sitting home going, I don't want to be up at midnight, well, at some point in your life, you were probably up at midnight. You'll be okay. Trust me. We're not going to keep you there until 6 a.m. We're going to have a few hours of praising our God and men coming together and worshiping and enjoying doing life together. There'll be some games. There's going to be some food. Going to be a lot of good fellowship. And hopefully we see some men come to Jesus that night.
Also, it sounds like we're getting a Jumbotron. I'm just throwing that out there. Sounds like we might.
Little teasers there.
So, big TV. I'm just saying.
Did
You
I
can
hear
s-
fire? I don't know.
Oh, there probably will be
Yeah,
a
we're
fire.
always-
I don't know how big. Usually it's kind of small, so
Yeah, just maybe multiples.
yeah, something like that.
All right, so Tom, did you want to add anything to the Fight Club or anything like
I mean,
that?
honestly, with Fight Club, you know, the reason we're doing this class right now, when we started planning, we just kept running into the reality of pandemic, and we didn't want to shortchange anyone. Last time when we finished, we all felt a little burned out because it was in the midst of the pandemic. We don't want that to happen. So again, we're looking for a place with no excuses. Yes, we want this to be as safe as possible. And through the summer, again, it's one of those opportunities that we've never done a summer one. So we're really excited that we'll get to experience something new this time.
Well, and also too, with the parking here, like we did the first chapter, if somebody has some disabilities or something like that, let myself know or let us know on the chat, let somebody know, and we'll get you down there. So you can park here and we'll get you down there.
We will,
That's-
and that is a couple of other logistical part of that. We're going to meet. You'll meet here at Stones Hill, park on either side of the church, and then we walk down to Stones Trace, and there'll be a group of guys waiting on you. There'll be guys on your way down, so it'll be lit up so you get down there. You don't have to walk on the road. We've got that figured out. You don't have to do that, but there's going to be a lot of good stuff there that night.
Yep. So, so there you go. Fight Club is on. Can't wait to see you there. So let's just kind of wrap up a little bit about this 5-week course, kind of a prelude to Fight Club. Once again, the classes start on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. at the Rock Solid Room.
So this coming Tuesday, correct,
This coming
Matt?
Tuesday, yes.
February 23rd.
Yes. And then the streaming is only going to be on the Facebook page, the Fight Club United Facebook page. That is also where the YouVersion app invite for the particular classes that you guys are going to be doing will be on there. So you can join that from there as well. Everything is going to be focused through that Facebook page. So any notes, anything like that is going to be focused just through that Facebook page. So the band app is not necessarily going to happen over this course. It's just the Facebook, okay? Once again, if you come, our masks are optional, so once again, if you want to wear it, it's fine. If not, that's fine as well. There's plenty of room in there, so you can social distance like we are up here. It's not because Tom smells, but it's because I want to be distant. So, but other than that, all the links will be on our Facebook page. Before I wrap it up, anything else, guys?
Should we talk about the YouVersion app just a little bit in case you're not familiar with the YouVersion app? It's basically, it shows up on my phone as Holy Bible. I think that's what does it come
But
up on?
it comes up as just YouVersion.
If you type it in
Yeah.
the app store, any app store, just
Yeah.
YouVersion,
Yeah.
it'll pull it up. But
It's-
yeah.
And then that's
What?
where we're getting these plans from.
Right.
So when we release the plan on Tuesday, you'll be able to just type that plan in the top and it'll come up.
Yeah.
And you can just hit accept and then it'll prompt you with some stuff. If you're not tech savvy, we have people here that can help with that. Our tech department back there, plus Mr. IT, Matt Gaff right here. Plenty of people that can help with getting you set up for that. So
I'm pretty sure you can either do it on your phone, and there's actually a way to do it online on a computer
Yes.
as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
It's a little more clunky on the computer, but it still is accessible if you don't have a smartphone.
Yeah.
And the nice part now, they all will read to you. If you don't think you have time to read, you can put an earbud in and
Yeah.
hit play. And I think every one of these plans reads the whole plan.
Yes.
I believe.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
That's what I thought. So it'll just read you. You don't even have to read it if you don't like to read.
Yeah, and
I know
if you
some
really
people
want
don't
some
like to.
fun, kick it over to the King James Version. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Listening to that is great. All right, if there's anything else, nothing? All right, well, in that case then, we're going to wrap it up here. Once again, thanks for joining us. Make sure you check us out on Tuesdays, either here in person or on the Facebook page at 5 p.m., and have a great night.